Holy shit, we made it. This whole tunnel is basically bypassing rebel territory in the middle of the Saharan desert. And it just goes for 2 kilometers. And I lost my voice. Oh shoot, there's bats here. So, despite the fact that there are so many crazy things going on in the world, at least structurally, it's pretty organized. Long ago, we used to use natural boundaries as our borders, like mountains or rivers. Now we have demarcated lines on maps to distinguish what is sovereign to who. And sometimes, depending on where you live, these boundaries and borders can get a little fuzzy. And this is the type of geography that fascinates me. If you look at it, there's kind of like 2 layers to this world. There's the natural one, and then there's the human perceived one. And one of my life goals is to document these strange anomalies of the world. And today I'm going to show you one of the most difficult to access, remote, and oftentimes labeled rebel territory borders. This is borderline crazy. I love Norway. Okay, so this isn't Norway, this is the country of Mauritania in West Africa. This country has fascinated me since I made a video about it years ago on my channel. It's a rather enigmatic nation that, although massive in area size, has a small population at only a bit over 5 million. It has a somewhat arcane reputation as an outlier that doesn't get much spotlight, yet holds deep, rich cultural and historical significance as a place where the Arab world meets the African. Yet as a former French colony, they speak French here as well. Nonetheless, this video has a different objective. It will not be about Mauritania, believe it or not. I'm actually here for one mission. I want to enter what is categorically classified as rebel territory, and in order to do that, I need Mauritania. So in the western part of Africa, you find a very intriguing demarcation anomaly. See, prior to 1975, the entire area of Western Sahara was under Spanish control, and after they left, it was a sort of 3-way land dispute between Morocco, Mauritania, and a third party, the Sahrawi people that organized into the SADR, or Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, oftentimes referred to as the Polisario Front. Eventually, Mauritania relinquished their claim, which just left Morocco and the SADR dispute. Today, Morocco controls and administers about 80% of Western Sahara, including almost the entire coast, whereas the SADR controls this 20% mostly inland section, with their headquarters located in the Algerian city of Tindouf. This effectively closes off Mauritania's border to Morocco in its entirety. There's even a massive sand berm in the desert that you can see from satellite imagery that demarcates Morocco and the SADR's claimed lands. But the thing is, there's a few strange anomalies within this SADR claimed land. See, if you zoom in here at the corner by the town of Choum, you'll notice something strange. There's an abandoned tunnel that goes through the mountain and a road on the west side that passes through what is SADR claimed territory for about 2 kilometers, connecting into Mauritania. And if you go all the way to the west, you'll find the second largest city of Mauritania, Nouadhibou, which is built on the east side of the peninsula on the bay in a perfectly straight line bisecting the peninsula. This small peninsula is essentially the only coastal area that is administered or at least patrolled by the SADR. And they have 2 stations, one at La Guera and the other at Guerguerat in the north. I was informed that these areas are accessible only from the Mauritanian side, as the SADR has a more cooperative relationship with them. Therefore, I decided to make it my mission to go to Mauritania and check out these 2 distinct areas. This meant that somehow I'd have to go hundreds of miles into the middle of the Saharan desert in Mauritania and back just to access them. So I did. Oh, who do we got here?
Welcome to Mauritania.
Oh my god, I made it. How
Let's
we
do it,
doing?
man.
Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. This is Gus. He's one of my best friends that I only get to see a few times a year. He's a world traveler who has been featured in a few of my videos, and he specializes in leading group tours with his company in what are usually unconventional travel destinations that do not have the most notable tourism industries. This time, he was collaborating with T'Ore Mauritania, one of Mauritania's top and best tourism companies. In my opinion, it is the best, and it's led by this guy, Baba, our go-to Mauritanian. Gus asked me to join his Mauritania trip, and I told him I would do it only under one condition: if we could have access to the Polisario claimed lands. I was told it actually was possible, as it was already part of the Mauritania trip. Gus had already done it multiple times. Therefore, my curiosity got the best of me, so I agreed to tag along on this adventure. Half of all the places in this country are only accessible through sand roads. And you just have to know where they are. There's no markers. You just have to know. You just have to follow the sand. Well, here I am. So the Western Saharan region has always been a site of contention, mostly between two notable people groups, the Moroccans and the Sahrawi people. And today we are on the N1 road that goes straight to Choum. Now here's the thing, this road cuts right through the corner of the border and kind of sneaks into the SADR territory that they operate. We are going to go through that small 2-kilometer stretch of road that's operated by them that was kind of accidentally built, all because of a mine in Mauritania, an iron ore mine. We're going to the accidental road of Mauritania that cuts through rebel territory, and we're doing it right now. As you can see outside, it's just vast, open, empty. It goes on forever. Just big, open Saharan desert. All right, so we have made it. This is Choum, the last stop, right next to the Kedjet Mountains. I'm kind of losing my voice. Right next to the train tracks. This is the last stop before we get to the SADR territory. We're about to enter. It's happening. Let's go. Okay, so before we go to the actual SADR Polisario controlled area, we're going to check out the Choum tunnel, which is right on the Kedjet Mountains. Nobody goes to this tunnel. It's pretty cool. And we are right next to it. If you look on the map, Kedjet Mountains, the tunnel is straight ahead. We're going to it. Okay, this is the famous Choum tunnel. Basically, it's not even being used right now. It was abandoned. It was built by the French as a way to bypass paying taxes to the Spanish when they controlled Western Sahara. But then after the Spanish left, there was basically a conflict between the Sahrawi, the Moroccan, and the Mauritanian people, blah, blah, blah. Mauritania controlled a little bit of this area, and they built the railway on the other side of the mountains, because why would you want to go through a huge mountain? You could easily just build on the ground. The Polisario, Western Sahrawi people, they claimed all this area, and then they made an agreement with Mauritania and said, okay, you can still keep your road and railway through that goes through a little bit of our territory, but we still claim it. And it's complicated. Long story short, Mauritania, railway, Polisario, if you go up these hills right here, all you have to do is climb up these hills and you are in Polisario rebel territory. We're right next to it, and this is in the middle of nowhere in the Saharan desert. Nobody does this, and we are eating lunch. We are eating lunch inside of the abandoned French tunnel that never happened. Let's go inside. So yeah, here you go. This is the Choum tunnel. It goes for about 2 kilometers. All the way through the Kedjet Mountains. Yeah, it just keeps going. It's so crazy. We're in the middle of the Saharan desert in an abandoned tunnel that is pretty much useless, that nobody uses, but it's still here. And it's just in the middle of nowhere. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. This is crazy. And Gus, you've done this 3 times. What do you feel every time? What do you feel every time you come here?
It's cool. I really like it. Yeah, it's really nice. Full of bats and really 2 kilometers long. Yeah, it's crazy.
You think we can go to the end? Let's try to race. Let's go there. No, I don't want to deal with the bats. I don't want to deal with the bats. This is crazy. I strayed away from the pack for a little bit. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but that's where they would have built the train for the Choum tunnel. The tunnel's way down there. I climbed up this little ledge, and now, if I just go about 30 meters west of that line, let's say, right about here. Now I'm in SADR Polisario territory. I am in rebel territory right now. I just stepped in rebel territory, right next to the Choum tunnel. Ah, that's so cool. And nobody cares! Woo! We did it! Choum tunnel. And there's Gus. There's Gus. Let's go, guys. Look at Gus is there. We're almost in Polisario controlled territory. We're almost at the border. Almost there. Almost there. And we're in. We're in. This is what it looks like. This is it. We're in the Polisario area. Technically. This is it.
Massive change.
Oh yeah, and it looks totally different. I see rainbows and butterflies and leprechauns. Yeah. We did it. This is all I ever wanted. This little pointless stretch of 2 kilometers. We are in Rebel Polisario territory, claimed territory for 2 kilometers. We did it. We did it. Yeah! Made it! Polisario, SADR claimed Western Sahara. This is it. The mountains, the rocks, everything. I did it. Shoot, how do I get home? Ah, damn it! Yeah, remember those train tracks I mentioned? Well, as it turns out, this is the famous iron ore train that transports iron ore all the way from the Zurat mine all the way to the coastal town of Nouadhibou for shipping. For me, Nouadhibou is the final spot where we can easily enter and explore SADR claimed territory, as the entire city is built east of the SADR claimed line. And if you come and visit, you can actually walk over the border. Alright, walking down here, the streets of, where are we, Gus?
Nouadhibou, coastal town in Mauritania.
Yes, we are, and we have one objective today. I want to go to the border with the SADR Polisario claimed territory. It's dead straight ahead. Let's see if we can do it. You ready, Gus?
So ready.
Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's cross over to SADR. Okay, so we gotta cross the train tracks right here. Just over there is SADR territory. How do you feel, Gus?
Oh, this is crazy, man. I've never been here.
All right, we're doing it. We're crossing over. According to the map, it's just like 100 meters past the train tracks.
I hope we'll not step on something.
Nah, we'll be fine. I think that right there is the sand berm. Oh my god, it's super windy. A bunch of kids were following us, and then when we got past the wall, they were like, yeah, no, we're not gonna follow you.
Yeah. I think their parents told them not to go further than that, like, because this is crazy border crossing.
Yeah, probably not good for the kids. Okay, so this is it. Past the power lines from Nouadhibou, you enter SADR claimed territory. This is it. It's just
very easy. No one watching us.
Yeah, no one's watching. No. Oh wait, there's one truck over there. Oh, that's a truck. Okay, we're just curious if they ask us what we're doing. We did it. We entered. Woohoo!
So different from Mauritania.
Yeah, it's a lot emptier.
Yeah.
And Mauritania is already empty. So. But see, here's the thing. The border goes all the way down to the southernmost tip of the peninsula. And if you go all the way down to this tip, you can see right where the SADR claim begins. Go to the very end of the peninsula from Nouadhibou, and then just go to Cap Blanc at the very end. Just walk a little bit to the west. This is the demarcation line. All these stones, once you step over, you are in SADR territory. And guess what? There is one little tent over there as a guard post. This is officially SADR territory at the end of the peninsula. And now I'm back in Mauritania. Look, I know these aren't your typical hotspot destinations. I mean, who wants to travel halfway across the world to just see an empty space of land with no significant attractions? Well, I do. These border demarcations fascinate me because it's like where the human-made layer meets the tangible elements of this earth. It's where you step into another side, into another story, all within a few seconds. To me, that's my Disneyland. This is what I do. This is what I love. I'm borderline crazy.
Bravo.
Make sure you come back because I'll be making a video covering the adventure in Mauritania. Stay tuned for that.
Here we go again.